These videos might make y'all laugh. Let's be honest, the hair and the makeup needed some work. But this is me 11 years ago. And today on January 1st, I really wanted to reflect back on how much my life has changed the past decade or so. When I first started social media, I started a YouTube channel. I was in a completely different place then than where I am now. I was married, living in Hawaii. I was a reservist, and I was miserable. I had literally what felt like absolutely nothing going for me. I dropped out of college. I got married really young, 21. And the year that I started my channel was the same year I watched all of my friends and colleagues graduate college. What a lot of people don't know about me is when I filmed these videos shortly after getting divorced, the background of my videos changed a lot because I was couch hopping. I looked happy in my videos, but behind the scenes, I was depressed. I was suicidal. Ava, what is a divorcee, college dropout girl who talks to her camera by herself gonna do with her life? And God said, I bet. Jackie Aina, and welcome to my house.
Oh, your house is beautiful.
I want to be the color in my home. I don't want my home to be the color. I want you to see me. You just have to sink into it. I know. I am the living embodiment of, like, you shouldn't have made it, but you did. I was going through like a really, really tough time the year that I started my YouTube channel. At the time, I don't have a job. I was married, not happily married. So we've actually done over like 500,000 candles.
500? The first one or the first child?
First both. Wow.
It's a lot. Oh, this is such a beautiful pool.
Thank you. I'm very big on like enjoy it while you have it.
You're American and Nigerian. How do you power through that, breaking those ceilings that prevent Black people?
I think my philosophy in life is that no matter what, life sucks. But would you rather focus on the fact that life sucks, or would you rather find a way to just like hack it and work around it?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi aka Petite Diva, and this video is inspired by the video that I did on influencers that are rich online but are actually faking it. So they are broke but they're faking the rich life. Now in that video I featured a certain creator, and she was giving a story time of how she met a huge influencer, a Black influencer, and how that person was asking her how she could afford to buy a house. Now, she said in that video that the huge influencer had tried to diss her or clown her when she was starting up. And that when she saw the influencer at an event, she went up to the person and was like hi and everything, and the person was now asking her about how she was able to afford her house, and she was trying to tell the person that she makes better financial decisions, that she doesn't buy luxury items, designer items like what the person was carrying at that time or wearing at that time. Now a lot of people watched that, and people were just mentioning Jackie Aina, and I was like, this girl did not say anybody's name. And when I watched it, I did not guess anybody because I really don't know a lot of the drama that occurs in influencing world. But a lot of people were mentioning that it's probably Jackie Aina that she's talking about, and I was like, I don't know. And then went to check some things, and then I found out that I don't think she was referring to Jackie Aina in that video, and I will talk about that later on. But the whole thing of people mentioning Jackie Aina stuff and some comments that I saw, it kind of reminded me of a video that she did, and a reply video that somebody did, or a response video that somebody did, and the comments that I saw under the response video.
Apparently today we are talking about what we like to splurge on, what we like to spend our money on. Now before some of y'all get your skims tied in a knot, I grew up poor. These are things I splurge on now because I can. If circumstances change for whatever reason and I had to go back to my old life, because you know, things happen, this wouldn't even be a conversation. But that is not the case, and we don't claim that in Jesus' name. Okay, let's go. Other people's babies. Don't be making comments about my uterus. I don't have kids, but my nieces and nephews, they will match their auntie. So if I'm wearing Fendi, they wearing Fendi. If I'm wearing Versace, they wearing Versace. It's for the kids. I will always justify a reason to spend money on other people's kids because they're not mine. Flights, and I have very specific requirements when it comes to flights. Anything longer than 5 hours. If it's not a flatbed, business, or first class, don't even bother. I'm not going. I got bad circulation in my legs. I cannot sit upright without stretching that long. It's just not gonna happen. I live in LA, so if it's like a flight to San Francisco, which is 1 hour, I don't care if I'm under the plane. It's an hour flight. I can adjust. Once we're crossing over the ocean, I need to lay down. Perfume, I don't care if it's mud-based. If it's rare, if it's from another country, and it's unique and nobody else got nothing like that, I'm spending money on it. Like if I'm at the checkout counter and you're like, by the way, this is from a Saudi Arabia, what are you waiting for? Ring it up. Like I trust everything people do in the Middle East when it comes to fragrance. Like just, Michelin star restaurants. A few times that I've experienced Michelin star restaurants, it has been exceptionally phenomenal. Y'all know how people be making them TikToks and videos about how those restaurants that serve you little tiny baby little portions don't be that good? Some of them are lying, because if I can tolerate it, you can't too. I don't like anything. What's your excuse? No, I'm just playing, I know everybody has different standards. I don't consider myself a foodie. I don't eat red meat, I don't eat pork, I don't eat dairy. I already have an extremely limited diet. And then on top of that, I don't really like anything. Despite them portions being questionably small, you actually do leave full. I do, me and my fiance. And mind you, that is a whole man. Last one is tech. I have some good tech equipment. Like if my friend Alyssa Ashley tells me to buy a lens that costs rent money, I'm probably do it. I'm gonna trust her. I don't really care. If she says it's good, I'm gonna buy it. Like I don't need to know how to use it, I'm gonna buy it. And also cars. I am a classy lady. I am a fan of the AMG series, if you will. I will splurge on a car. In a car that looks good, especially. I'll get your skims tied in a knot. I grew up poor. These are things I splurge on.
This is not a fully formed thought, but every single time that I see someone online talk about how much money they splurge, like, why do people always feel the need to justify the money they have in their account and the money that they are spending by saying, I used to be broke? And this is not a criticism of Miss Jackie Aina, because I love her. But I just don't understand, like, be rich in peace. Be wealthy. Like, why is there this need to like justify it and be like, before you get upset at me for being wealthy, I used to be broke. Like, bitch, it's your bank account, not mine.
Now, under the response video, a lot of people were like that Jackie Aina had to make that disclaimer at the beginning of her video because a lot of people have been coming for her and recent lifestyle, or the lifestyle that she now lives. And I was wondering, what sort of controversies has she been involved in lately, because I don't keep up with Jackie Aina or a lot of people, but I checked around and there were so many things that I saw. Either she was misinterpreted or somebody dragged her name and she had to reply and get herself out of it. But there was just a lot of things that Jackie Aina's name has been mentioned.
Pop quiz. What do Jackie and Michaela have in common? They're willing to sell out their followers at the drop of a dime. So Jackie Aina is being called out after promoting Olive and June press-on nails. In a recent Olive and June and Beats sponsored post, Jackie Aina puts on these press-on nails. She says they're easy to apply and that she leaves them on for like 2 weeks. But the final results show the nails don't fit. They look messy, and they definitely ain't lasting 2 weeks. Miss Ma'am, artificial nails are supposed to cover your nails, not leave the side of your natural square nails completely visible. It's not giving luxury, Jackie. These monstrosities of nails were not giving luxury. The nails are the exact opposite of her brand. I'm even more curious, like, how was this approved by Olive and June? For those of you guys that don't know, there is an approval process where the brand looks at the final video and says yay or nay. Who approved this video? Nothing about this video made me want to buy the nails. Do they not make nails for people who have long nail beds? Based off of this ad, I would never. It's obvious to anybody with eyes that the nails are too short for her long nail beds. So apparently she's been deleting all negative comments underneath this brand post. This is giving me Michaela eyelash gate. It brings me to the question, at what point is a sponsored post worth your integrity and the trust that your followers have for you? Because the reality is, what these influencers like Jackie and Michaela are doing is they are banking on the trust that their followers have to knowingly deceive them, to spend money on a product that they themselves don't believe in or know is just wrong altogether. I speak the truth, and the truth is the nails look bad.
Why everyone's mad at Jackie Aina over her new candle collection. Jackie Aina just dropped a new collection from her Forever Mood candle company. this time inspired by her Nigerian heritage. However, she named one of those candles Sorosoke, and that is where the issue lies. Sorosoke roughly translates to speak up, but it was also the rallying cry for the End SARS protests. SARS is the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, and especially of Nigerian policing that brutalized and killed Nigerians both before the protests and certainly during the protests as a response backlash to people's trying to stand up to their and stand up to corruption in the government. So it's completely out of order to name one of your luxury candles Sorosoke, because it's like naming a candle Say Her Name, in reference to Breonna Taylor, or naming it I Can't Breathe. Like, it is really in bad taste. She also put on the outside of the candle, "Tomorrow isn't promised, enjoy now," which is such a wild and flippant thing to say when you have a candle that references like people's actual death. It's just clear that she didn't really understand the true meaning behind Sorosoke. But as a Nigerian first-generation immigrant, she is making this entire collection about her heritage. If you look online, the whole rollout was supposed to be like traditional Nigerian clothing, music, all of that. But she clearly doesn't understand the needs of Nigerians right now. And during the End SARS protests, people asked her to speak out, and she ignored them and even blocked some of them. In fact, today she went and blocked a ton of people for pointing out that this was an issue. Her team ended up posting an apology, but people are not taking it. And I'm not Nigerian, I'm Sierra Leonean, so it's not up for me to decide whether or not someone should accept this apology. But people are really feeling like she only put it out just to check a box. If that she really understood the harm that she had caused, she wouldn't have been blocking people all day long, which, fair, true. It's just really emblematic of how tone-deaf influencers can be, and how some of them are really only out to make a quick buck and don't care about social issues. I think there's also something a little deeper here too about how first-generation immigrants, like myself, can be really removed from the realities of people living in their parents' home country. But that piece is something that I will unpack with my therapist instead of TikTok.
Now, shout out to Nosy Bystander who sent me this information, because it is in regard to Jackie Aina. Now, this weekend, she had went to Beyonce's concert, which was her Renaissance Tour birthday. You guys know the deal. But some old tweets had resurfaced of her in regards to her sentiments on Beyonce, and people were just thinking her being at the Renaissance Tour was given fake. Now, when I went to go see it for myself, okay, shaking the table, y'all good girl Jackie Aina had me blocked. Now, I never did a story on her, but maybe it was preemptive because she knew this was coming. Now, in a collection of videos, Jackie Aina kind of did this transitional thing where she was preparing for the Renaissance Tour. And then she also posted videos of her with her friends getting ready to leave. Now, in those old resurfaced tweets from 2016, Jackie Aina says, "I tell brands, a guaranteed positive review isn't a review. That's an endorsement. If that's all you want, go do a commercial and call Beyonce." Now, a lot of people were saying this was a drag to Beyonce. And that's not all. Somebody had pulled up a tweet of her from 2011, and she said, "I think at this point, people buy Beyonce's album just because she's Beyonce. Her music isn't even that great anymore. Sorry, Beowulf fans." Okay, that was a dig. Now, in the comment section, somebody had said this by the name of Capricorn Menace. They said Jackie Aina blocked me on TikTok because I called her a flip-flopper after going to the Beyonce concert. They stated the reason why they got blocked is because they left a comment that said, "I said, now wait a minute. This lady don't even like Beyonce." Another person had tweeted this and said Jackie Aina's TikTok excited to see Beyonce on tour, as if she wasn't a lifelong hater. Now, another supporter of Jackie Aina stated that Jackie Aina is my favorite influencer, and I'll support her at 100%. But she's also not exempt from criticism. She's a little weird for being an aggressive Beyonce hater to all of a sudden be attending the Renaissance World Tour. Now, there are other people in the comments who stated, it's okay, like you can change your mind. Those tweets from Jackie Aina, full disclosure, are from 2011 and 2016. So she's allowed to change her mind over the years. Like, you can't hate someone for changing their mind on music. Now, another person has stated this: why am I finding out Jackie Aina as a fake Beyonce fan? And I'm not surprised. It's funny to me, though, that these always have to say about Bay and pay hundreds of dollars to see her, like that Quinta lady. And someone said, Quinta's a hater? And the person replied and says, yes. Apparently, not now, though. I don't know. Maybe that was like a thing on Twitter where you just staunchly disliked a celebrity or music artist, and then years later you come out that you actually love them.
A video of mine recently went viral, and if you know anything about viral content, it can both be a blessing and a curse. And I don't know if somebody reacted to one of my videos because it ended up on like that weird side of the internet. And now I'm getting an influx of comments about the way that I look. And it's the same type of comment over and over and over again. It's basically like, oh, y'all are just reading the same script. And honestly, it doesn't even matter what video it is because I've deleted the comments and I've been blocking all those people. And it's still going on now. But I don't know who needs to hear this. This is going to sound a little bit cocky. I really don't know why the first thing people bring up is the way that I look when most of y'all could absolutely never, not even on your wedding day and not even on your prom night. So please stay humble. An influx of comments about the way that I look, and it's the same type of comment.
Real quick, Jackie did not specify if it was the palm colors or our kind talking shit, but it reminded me of something I saw. This little black girl was on Instagram and was like, I don't know what it is about her. Me and my mama just don't like her. And I instantly said it's anti-black. If Jackie was a carbon copy of them BBL, light skin, lip filler having women on Instagram, nobody would have a problem with the way that she lives. And people would say, oh, it's not because she black. I don't have no problem because she black. Because in the forefront of their mind, that's not what they're thinking. But it's a very deep-rooted, conditioned, and brainwashed feeling that you have that makes you hate the fact that Jackie is living the way she lives because she has Afrocentric features, she's dark-skinned, and she has natural hair. And plus, she don't toe the line like y'all fade. If you can't even give a reason why you do not like somebody who has a presence online, that's weird as fuck anyways. But it's even weirder coming from other black women towards a black woman. And I don't care what y'all say. It's because she has her things. A lot of people don't even know Jackie been doing this shit. She's not some pop-up microwave influencer content creator. I don't even like putting that title on her because it doesn't even describe who she is. Jackie been giving this type of content for years, giving 45 to 60-minute videos on YouTube doing makeup. I do not wear makeup. I have no craving to wear makeup. And I was sitting there watching that shit back in 2015, 2016. And she also speaks about what it's like to be in her industry and be a black woman. I mean, shit, she went up against Fashion Nova and they was paying her shit. It's just so disheartening to see black women see their representation, be jealous of it, and be mad because they feel like they don't deserve it. So why should she deserve it? Because she worked for it and because she earned it. And I know that she's done some shit that some of y'all be mad about. I don't give a f. I stand, I sit, and bitch, I eat it up. All of it. I love you, Jackie.
Y'all know the popular sentiment about how people say never feel bad about your life because people only post their highlight reels, everything on social media is fake, you know, that kind of vibe. I saw a tweet that completely shifted my reality and altered my brain chemistry. It says something along the lines of like, actually some people really are winning and you need to be okay with it when you see it. Ate me up. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. If I have to envision someone else doing bad to make myself feel better, that's not really healthy either. Like, that's not really healthy either. The sentiment is sort of true. First of all, no one's life is perfect at all. At all. Things can be like good for the most part. Your basic life needs can be met. You can check most boxes. Nobody's life is perfect. The truth is, everybody don't live an alternate reality online that is so far-fetched from the truth that it's like damn near lie. That's not everybody's truth. Not everything is smoke screens. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. That don't mean their life is perfect, but not everybody's life is a facade. I know the popular sentiment about how people say never feel bad about your life because
every day I get on this internet and I really think that y'all don't understand nuance. I don't know if it's because it's Jackie and some of you take any moment for a perceived misstep of hers to shout from the rooftops how you feel, or if you just purposely didn't watch the whole entire video. The part of the video that really resonated with me is when she said verbatim, and I'm gonna read it verbatim, if I have to envision someone else doing bad to make myself feel better, that's not really healthy. What I took from that is that when you watch some people's content, really pay attention to what you're feeling. And if it's a negative feeling, if you're automatically thinking this is fake, this is fraud, then you might need to pay attention to your own personal internal triggers. And all I know is if Jackie stops showing us making her bed or cleaning her kitchen, I'm gonna be mad at all of y'all.
So we've seen the whole Jackie situation recently unfold, where she said that some people come on here and they live in a luxurious, a lavish, a beautiful life, and their life really goes that way. They're not lying. They're not putting on a show for social media. Someone went behind her and said, "Nah, that ain't facts, sis." Okay, cool. Now, while I do believe Jackie and that is her lifestyle, because I have seen her on social media for quite some time building herself, let's say, okay, she's lying. All right, what does that have to do with you? Do you see things about her life that you would like to implement into yours? Or the life that she portrays, if you want to say that she's lying? Huh? Do you like the house? Do you like the lifestyle? Do you like that she looks like she has a certain kind of money? Do you like that? Do you see someone else's relationship with their partner, or maybe with their kids or with themselves, that you like and you want to emulate? How about, instead of worrying about if this person is telling the truth or not, you look at those things as inspiration and you create the images in your life that you want to see?
I know the influencers are like not supposed to complain, and honestly, that's fine. But I'm a Black woman first and foremost, and I think people forget that. And it really became overwhelmingly apparent to me in 2020. There was, as you know, a lot going on in 2020 and socially for the Black community. And so to this original creator's point about like how it's better to have white followers, a white audience, what was going on in 2020 was news for a lot of people, but it was not news for Black people in America at all. And I cannot tell you how disturbing. I honestly don't even think disturbing is a good enough word to convey what I was experiencing. I cannot describe to you how deeply disturbing it was to have people inbox me deceased bodies of Black people, news stories about police brutality, just any and everything prevalent to the Black community. And these were messages coming from non-Black people who were probably learning about it for the first time, and it was shocking and news to them. And so their knee-jerk reaction was to go to me, a public voice of the community, in their eyes, and be like, raise awareness about that. Well, you don't have to tell a Black person to raise awareness about Black issues. And some of the messages were downright disgusting, the way that they were downright riddled with anti-Blackness. Because from their perspective, they were saying, you should feel guilty for not highlighting this issue. Mind you, I've been doing that work for well over a decade. And also, it was people's inability to give me the grace to like grieve at the same time. It was like I had to be the example. Maybe these people wanted me to perform for them. I don't know. But like I said, I cannot describe, like, disturbing is not even a good enough word to describe how much that really, excuse my French, fucked me up emotionally, mentally. I had to just really take a huge, I know I love saying take a step back, but everything is worth reflecting. And it was just really harmful. You know, it was just really harmful, rightfully so. And I think also the worst part about that is, like, as an influencer, I don't really have any other examples to look at on how to deal with stuff like that. I don't really have any example. Like, this influencer thing is still kind of sort of fairly new. So yeah, not fun.
I swear some of y'all are just uncultured swine and just want to be annoying for Twitter. You really think she'll dip her hair in the kettle that she uses for her home tea? You think she doesn't have enough money for a second kettle, one specifically for hairstyling? Really? Y'all are so dumb and annoying.
A lot of the other controversies I may not be able to talk about, but you see that Candle own and NSAS own, that one I remember because I'm Nigerian and she's Nigerian American, and I practically saw what happened, even though a lot of us that were not at the event, but were online because it was streamed online by somebody. We saw what kind of happened, and the whole NSA stuff was just like how the George Floyd protest happened. So for us, that was our own George Floyd stuff. A lot of people are just tired of the police doing a lot of things to young Nigerians because they feel like, okay, you're a young Nigerian, you should not be able to afford a particular kind of lifestyle without it being dubious. So there were so many things they used to do, and a lot of people said enough is enough. So Sorosoke was the word that was like a slogan that we were using to like ginger everybody. Sorosoke means speak up in Yoruba, and everybody was just like, okay, we are Sorosokeing, we are speaking up against this brutality. And then the whole protest ended in a very nasty thing that even till today we don't even know a lot of things that happened, because the state government and the federal government hid a lot of things that they did. There were so many things, and I think you should go and check it out because I can't really talk about it here. But it ended in a way that a lot of us were very, very bitter and very angry. And then she now used the term on a candle. And I remember at that time when we were trying to get a lot of attention to the whole movement, a lot of people were dragging a lot of the Nigerians in the US who have a large following, and they were like, you are Nigerians. No matter the fact that you are in the US or anywhere, you are still a Nigerian and you will still have family that this thing can affect. Why are you not helping to amplify the message? Personally, I feel like it's everybody's prerogative to talk about some social stuff. Some people don't want to talk about it, but a lot of people were dragging her and even Ronke Raji and everything, and there was a response that the people did not like. So now 2 years after, she comes up and does the Sorosoke candle and the stuff, and everybody's like, no way, you cannot do that, when at that point in time you were not involved. You gave a standoffish kind of reply and response. So people were really like dragging her and everything. That's all I know about the whole stuff. I did not know that apparently a luxury lifestyle is an issue with people. I used to watch Jackie Aina a lot back then. She was Nigerian, she was black, she was doing makeup, and I was interested in makeup, and so I was watching. But gradually I stopped watching a lot of her content because I was not doing the makeup again, and there was nothing else I could really like relate to. So I just kind of found other people that are relatable and other interests. Now I noticed that she moved her content to a lot of luxury lifestyle and the rest, and it's good for her. She's living her life. She has a brand. She also has a lot of brand deals that I know that they're not paying her small money. Now the lady in the other video that I'm referring to in my other video talked about the fact that the influencer that she approached doesn't like have a house. She insinuated that she doesn't have a house, but she rents and the rest. That's why she was asking her, how can you afford a house? But I found a video that made me believe that no, she's not talking about Jackie Aina, because I know a lot of people think she's talking about Jackie Aina, but I feel like she's not talking about Jackie Aina because of this video.
Story time while I clean. I want to share with y'all the exact moment I knew my house was my house. First and foremost, a lot of people, and I'm not exaggerating, y'all, I wish I was making this up, a lot of people used to criticize me for renting. Like, a lot of my peers in the industry were buying homes and I was still renting. And to know me is to know I don't do things when other people tell me to do them. I do them when I'm led to by the Holy Spirit, and when my fiance and I have a financial plan in place to make those things happen. Impressing people on Instagram has never been on my vision board. Please rewind that and listen to it one more time. So when we finally decided we were ready for the home buying process, we had waited so long that fortunately we had the ability to like skip past the starter home phase, which is very unusual, but you know, that was kind of like the reason why we waited so long. Another thing that we were really thoughtful of is I didn't want to up and leave an apartment that I loved for a home that I had to like grow on. Do you get what I'm saying? So finally, when we decided we were ready, I made a list of very specific things that I wanted in a home. And you know how when people be saying like, oh, like, how do you know when you found it, like the perfect home? And people used to be like, oh, well, when you know, you just know. And I'd always be like, okay, whatever that means. But then when we found our dream home, I'm telling you guys, every single thing, like 95% of the most randomly specific things I wanted at home were in this home. Like, I have so much amazing storytelling around our home, and taking care of my home is something that I've considered a privilege that I will never ever take for granted.
Now this sounds kind of crazy, but Jackie does not sell candles. She sells a transformation and a lifestyle. Here's what I mean. Forever Mood has core values and beliefs. Let's read this together. Black women deserve more than perseverance and strength. Black women don't always have to be strong. Black women deserve self-care. Black women deserve luxury. Black women deserve to be spoiled. Black women deserve. So Forever Mood's candles are an extension of this belief, which means her customers are not buying candles. They're buying the belief that they deserve self-care and luxury. And you can see that clearly where they say, we want to give you the products to live this new narrative out loud. And they're not just saying self-care and luxury for Black women, they're actually showing it in their content. Their feed, aesthetic, branding, and campaigns are all consistent with their core values and beliefs.
Now in this video, you hear mentioned that she used to rent houses, but now she and her fiancé have bought a house. Now, if the girl was not lying or exaggerating like people have said, now I don't know if Jackie Aina buying a house was after the event or it was before. But I think that house, I've seen it for more than a couple of years. So I don't know if I really don't think it's Jackie Aina that the person was talking about, because that house, she has had it for years. I know that one for a fact because I used to see it in some of our luxury video, because I know she has two Instagram page, a Jackie Aina page and the luxury page, or I don't know. I saw it a long time ago. I don't really follow it, and I think that's the house that she has had for more than 4 years. So I don't think it's Jackie Aina that she was talking about. Yeah, my thoughts on why people seem to be attacking Jackie Aina every time. Number one, they're just haters. That's the honest truth. Some people just hate to see people succeed. They hate to see people succeed beyond what they feel that they should succeed. So her breaking the ceiling and doing all she's doing with her luxury content and going about Milan Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week and the rest, it's annoying to some people because they feel like she doesn't deserve it. So they're just hating. They actually don't want her to succeed. So that is that. Another one is that people are jealous. Now, there are two different types of jealousy. Now, there's the bad one. There they're planning your downfall. They want you to fail. They want everything bad to happen to you. They don't want you to succeed. They want everything to come to them. And then there's the good jealousy, where people are like, oh, I'm so happy for her that things are working for her. I just wish I had a bit of some of the success. I hope I can have a bit of some of the success. And then they use her lifestyle to motivate themselves to work harder and then become like her. And then they're always happy when things are happening to her. And in Christianity, you can use her as a point of contact to what you want. So you be like, oh God, this is the thing that I want it to be like, it's just similar to how Jackie, I know this and this. Personally, one of the things that I'm jealous of and I want is the financial freedom that she appears to have or she has. I don't want to have to think about things. I don't want to have to be forced to always be on show, because if you check some of our social media, she doesn't come every day. She doesn't post every day. Even on our YouTube channel, she has put, I think the last time she posted was like 2 months ago or 3 months ago. And if she should come today and post a video on YouTube, at least 100,000 views she's going to get it, because she has reached that level that a lot of people would want to see what she's up to. On our TikTok page, she's having millions of views. She's having a lot of brand deals. She's having a lot of PR packages and so many things. So that financial freedom of I have more than enough and I'm still valuable, but I don't have to show up all the time. I don't have to put in as much work as I put in the beginning is what I desire. And the fact that I'm able to, if I say I want to go on a 2 weeks vacation or 2 weeks trip, or just relax and calm myself down for 2 weeks and go somewhere and hide out from the world, And when I come back, people will still want to hear what I am up to. People will still support me. Those are some of the things that I actually am envious of, and I actually want the same for me. But to start planning our downfall and wishing her bad and always on the lookout for negative thing, that's bad jealousy, and that's witchcraft, in my own opinion. Now, another thing people have said is that they are not finding her relatable, which is okay. She started as a makeup person, and she started with the basics before she started growing and getting a lot of PR and started getting a lot of high quality, high-end things before she moved to a luxury content. And she still does her makeup, but not as before. So it's understandable if people don't find her relatable. Like I said, I used to watch her a lot, but after I started not having interest in the makeup thing, and then I found that a lot of the makeup products that she used, I could not afford it and I could not get it. So I just we used to watch other things, maybe when she does skincare or something like that. And then when she moved to love the luxury thing, I did not relate to it. There's some videos that I'm like, okay, I took notice of, like a perfume kind of videos. I took note of it because when I want to get perfume, I would love to see suggestion from people that have been using perfumes a lot. But I really don't watch a lot of content because I really am not relating to a lot of it. But I'm not going about to be saying, oh, she has changed content, she has become this, she has that. If you don't relate to it, go to somebody else that you relate to. I don't know why you have to be going everywhere, leaving comments up and down and seeing so many things. Somebody is, I don't like her because of what? Because she's living her life. It's her dream and she's living her life. She's not even attacking anybody, she's just doing her thing. If you don't like it, move, shift. There are so many content creators, there are so many influencers. Go to those ones. I don't understand the whole, like I said, witchcraft behavior that some people have. Any which way, this is my own opinion about the whole thing. The person that was talking and people are referring to Jackie Aina, I don't think she was referring to Jackie Aina. The whole people trying to look for things to try and bring her down. Please stop acting like a witch or wizard. Move and let her do what she wants to do. Anyway, I don't know what you guys think about the whole situation. Have you watched the previous video? Do you think that the person that she was referring to, the other influencer was referring to, was Jackie Aina? Why do you think people have been attacking Jackie Aina and trying to look for ways to bring her down or to attach controversies to her? Do you know Jackie Aina? If you've been watching Jackie Aina, how long have you been watching Jackie Aina? Do you prefer our old content or our new content? Do you think that she's rich offline and online? Because a lot of people were thinking that the last video I did on influencers, I was insinuating that she's not rich offline, and I'm like, I said that she's one of the influencers that has been able to diversify her income, and if you check her page, you will see it. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts about the whole situation, so please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.